Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. In this particular video, we're going to be making our own cartoon and pencil sketch filter. So if you've been following my channel for a long time, you must have known that I've also posted an earlier video on the pencil sketch filter, which was about 4-5 months back. So in that video, I discussed how to you use image processing technique using the CV2 library to make your pencil sketch. But in this particular video, takes this a step further, and in this particular code's output you get a way more enhanced image as your pencil sketch, and you can also add an option to get your cartoon filter as well, right? So this is just a step further. So let's get started with the video. So first of all, before going through the code, I'll show you a demo of what this does. So this particular script takes in two different two different options, right? So this particular program, so the first script is, as you can see the name, it is cartoon ready image. So it takes a pre-existing image from your device. It uses that and creates the filters like pencil sketch and cartoon from that pre-existing image. And as a user functionality, I've also created another script that says cartoon take image. It will take your live snapshot from your webcam and use that as an input. All right, so this is something analogous to your WhatsApp DP, right? When you click when you want to change your WhatsApp DP, you have a few options, right? One option is to take a photo now, another option is choose an existing image, right? So it's something along those lines. All right, so that's just for user functionality. I personally prefer the pre-existing image because I found the output comes out better in that. So before I run through the code, I'll show you the output demo. So I'll just run this. So what you can see is three images of me. So the first is my image. This is the original image, and this is my pencil sketch, the second one in the middle, and this is my cartoon, the rightmost one. So if you observe carefully, you might see where the cartoon effect comes into picture in the between the real and my cartoon image. All right, so you might want to zoom in and check it out, but it is cartoon. You can see along some features like the river along the back. There's some black shades here, the background, the helmet, the bike, the bottom. All right, so that's my cartoon image, and this is my pencil sketch. So this is a pretty enhanced version, and I'll run by the code now. Okay. All right. So what I first do is I import CV2 and import NumPy. Although NumPy isn't really used here, but I just imported it just in case if I had to use it. You can delete. You can like ignore this for now because it really doesn't make any use. So now first of all, I'm going to read my image. Now since this is my reading from a pre-existing image, I'm going to say image is cv2.imread, and I pass my directory where the image is. So for my case, it is this particular path. Now next up, I'm just going to resize this image, and I give the variable name as img_half, and that is just cv2.resize. My source is my image, and I just give the scaling parameters as 0.5, and so that's my reading my image. Next up, I'm going to be creating my pencil sketch. So I just gave the name as edges. So first of all, I'm going to convert my BGR image to an gray image. So I use the cv2.convert color and pass the source as image and cv2.color BGR to gray. Now this is my gray image. Next up, I'm going to be using the median blur, and the parameters is gray, 1. If you wish to read up what these specific functions do, just check out the CV2 documentation. It's pretty good. So I'm going to be using the cv2.median blur, which just blurs the input that you pass as in that function. Next up, the edges is cv2.adaptive threshold. I'm going to be basically thresholding it, and I'm going to be passing my gray image as the input. All right, and you use cv2.adaptive thresh mean _c and thresh binary and 1111. All right, so if you can just look up the documentation for what exactly are the parameters here. So next up, I'm going to be resizing my pencil sketch. So this edges basically corresponds to my pencil sketch, alright. So I'm going to be resizing the final output by half as well. Now my cartoonization or cartoonifying or whatever you like to call it is I assign the variable color, and that is cv2.bilateral filter. I pass my original image, and these are the parameters 9, 250, 250. Alright. So if you just hover, you can see what the parameters stand for. The first is source, second is D, the sigma color, and destination and border type. Alright. You can pass that as none as well. Doesn't really matter. So next up, I'm going to be doing cv2.bitwise and. Bitwise and, what it does is it takes every pixel and it ANDs it. Alright, and my so my parameter is my color, and color was the output after I applied my bilateral filter, and I'm going to be masking it with my edges. Alright, the edges was the one I had in my pencil sketch. Alright, next up, this cartoon corresponds to my final output as well, and I'm going to be resizing that using the cv2.resize. Next up, I'm going to be showing it using cv2.imshow image, and I want to show image half, similarly e half and half. Alright, so these are just variable names that I assigned to show my output. And last but not the least, I give a cv2.wait key, and before terminating, I destroy all windows. Okay, so that's my code for my pre-existing image. If you wish to do the cartoon like take image, that's another script. I'll show that as well. So let's just say I want to run this. Moment. Say on cartoon image, I'll show demo, and what you can see is you can see my face. Alright, so if I press Q, this is what the particular code does. If I press Q, my snapshot at this particular instant, at the instant when I press Q is taken, and that is used as an input. Okay, so say I press Q now and I smile, and Q is taken, and you can see the output here. So that's, as I mentioned in the starting of the video, the take image is not really preferred by me, but in case someone prefers it, they can use it as well. So for this code, I import cv2, import numpy, which really has no use in this particular script, but I just have a habit of importing that as well. Next up, I'm going to be using the cv2.video capture. The 0 as a parameter corresponds to my webcam of my laptop, and I assign that to the variable capture cap. Okay. Next up, I'm going to be reading my image. So while cap.is is open, so as far until your webcam is open, you assign you cap.read. So you capture and you're reading that, and you assign that value to ret and another variable which I'm calling as back. So if ret is true, ret is this is so if you see the comment, what I've written is this is what the webcam is reading. Ret is basically a bool variable used for testing the truth. Okay, so ret is just a bool. So if ret is true, I'm going to be cv2.imshow, and I'm going to be showing my snapshot. All right, the instant I press my a key, a snapshot is taken, and I'm calling that snapshot as back, and the name of that window is image. So this is what I meant by pressing the key. So if cv2.wait key of 5 equal to ord of q, which basically means if I press q, then what I'm instructing the code to do is you write this using the cv2.imWrite, and you give the name of that particular image as image.jpg. If I hover, you can see the image that I took a while back, and that image is my back variable. Back was the image that at that particular instant when you press Q. Alright, so that's how that goes. Next up, I'm going to be using the img as cv.imread. Now I've saved this image.jpg in my directory. So this is the particular directory, and break. After you saved it, you break it. Next up, this is basically the same formula of code that like the same code that I've written in the cartoon ready image, which is gray, then cv2.convert color image and BGR to gray, then median blur, then adaptive threshold, then you give the bilateral filter and bitwise and last but not the least you show everything and destroy all the windows. So this part is basically the same code, but as a additional user functionality, I just added this if someone wants to like take the live image, right? So that's how that goes. So I hope the video was helpful. If you have any doubts, please write down in the comment section. I'll be more than helpful to address those queries. I'll also put the GitHub link in the description below. Make sure to check out that if you want the code. And last but not the least, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and to the channel. It means a lot and motivates me to make further content. Alright, see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.